Alright, hey, HadesOmega here, and I'm here at the HadesOmega Solar Garage Power Plant, alright, and so I just checked the voltages on the cells for both packs, alright, so this one is at 3.4, and the other one here, alright, is at 3.6, so there's like an imbalance in voltage, alright, and I've been noticing that the current is off too, alright, so if I check here, so one of these goes to that battery and the other one goes to this one. So right now it's charging right now. It's putting in like 1500 watts. So this one has like 18 watts coming in, 18 amps coming in, and this one has 30 amps coming in. So there's like 50 amps coming in total according to this guy. Okay, so that sounds about right. But yeah, there's a big difference in the charge. All right, this one is getting a lot more power than this one. 20, 30, yeah. So this one is charging faster than that one because the voltage is less on this one. So if I go here, I'll just check one of them. Or we could check the whole pack also. All right, I got 3.4. Right. If I go here. Oh, I do kind of like having those little Allen hole thingies for the studs. It gives you a place to put the probes. I'll just put it on the bars. That's fine. Okay. Oh, this one is 3.4 now. I was saying 3.6 earlier. Maybe it's balancing itself right now. I was thinking of trying to help it a little bit. And it's kind of lower now. That's odd. It was, they said 3.6 earlier, so now it's 3.2. What's going on? It's because I had the leads backwards. There we go. 3.5, 3.4. Okay, maybe it's fine. Maybe HadesOmega strip it out of nothing, off of nothing. I think what the packs are doing is they're balancing themselves right now. Okay. Because they're in parallel, they kind of self-balance, right? So, but I want to keep an eye on that. I want to make sure that one pack isn't getting overcharged, and I want to see the behavior of the system. So it's still 20 amps, and this is like 30 amps. Okay, so if this one is charging faster, that's fine, because if I remember correctly, this one had a lower voltage before. So, but also what I want to monitor is what this does when it's fully charged. All right, so when this hits full charge, I'm gonna want to reinitialize this. All right, so I want to hold down the % button, and then that'll make it 100% again. All right, and so I know that when it gets to 100%, it's going to stop charging. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to drain it all the way, and then I'm gonna hit the V button, all right, the voltage button, hold it down, and then that'll be the 0% state of charge. All right, so that's how that way we get it calibrated. But this is my first. This is going to be my first cycle. All right, I didn't charge it all the way yesterday. Okay, I didn't, yeah, I left it charging the whole day, and it didn't charge up all the way, alright, and so it's the next day. I went off drag racing somewhere, alright, I went drag racing at Sonoma, so I didn't charge it at all. I wasn't at home yesterday, so, good thing is, yeah, it didn't fully charge while I was away, so, but we're pretty close right now, alright, so it says we got 27.5 there, but there's 27.1 volts in there, alright, so we got a lot of power. So let's check the pack voltage. Alright, we got 27.1. That's good. I think 29 is like the highest that you can charge it, right? That's what my 8S charger stops at, 29. So let's check this one. Come on. Oh yeah, this one's at like 23. Yeah, see, this one's at 23 and the other one is at 27. So now this one is lower than the other one. I don't understand what's going on here. Okay, but anyway, what I don't want is it to charge it so much that that one of them has like it's okay to have the batteries not balanced. Okay, if this pack is a little bit different than this back, all right, as long as the BMSs are hooked up, it'll, you know, and they're monitoring stuff and trying to be safe, we're fine. But what we don't want is, yeah, we don't want one of the packs to disconnect because one of them is got more charge than the other. Okay, that's what we don't want. All right, if there's an imbalance, it's okay, but as long as we're not overcharging the battery. So that's why I have to see when this stops charging. All right, when this gets to 100% and it stops charging, all right, when this blinking light here, the charge light, it goes solid green, then that means and like the BMS didn't disconnect, and that means we're safe. Okay, we don't have to worry about the BMS disconnecting one because one is higher than the other type of thing. Okay, so I will be monitoring this, and then we will do like a kind of like a fully charged initialization for this guy, and then we'll, yeah, it will be the experiment to see if if it gets so high that the BMS thing, because like I said, 29 volts I think is like the fully charged for lithium iron phosphate. All right, for 8S lithium iron phosphate, because that's what this charger does. See, 29.2 is when this guy shuts off. So yeah, so we still got like a long ways to go. We got 27 volts in there right now, the full system voltage. All right, so okay, so I'll just keep an eye on it. It's almost fully charged, and then when it's fully charged, I'll do that. We'll hit the percent button, because when it's fully charged, it shouldn't do anything. All right, basically it's the solar power. The solar panel will be it'll be the output for the loads. All right, the loads will, the solar panel will take care of the loads. All right, so the battery won't be doing anything. It'll just be staying there until the solar panels go away. All right, but then all that extra power that's coming in from the battery, from the solar panels, it'll just, you know, go nowhere. So that's another thing. Okay, so yeah, we'll wait till this is fully charged, and then we'll initialize this, and hopefully nothing will go bad. The BMS won't go crazy or anything. Okay, it won't go past 29 volts. All right. Also, one thing I might want to do is I might want to get make a sheet. All right, put a sheet up here. See how this one I have the code, the fault codes here. Yeah, and so that's another thing that we want to monitor. We want to make sure that there's no faults. All right, so right now there's no faults, but if there is, we want to figure out what it is. And it's that number 8 one that we always get. The bus voltage is too high. But yeah, what we could do is I could put a sheet up like this one for the BMS. All right, it'll have all the what it should say is like what's the max voltage, what's the max and what's the lowest voltage, and then what's the biggest cell imbalance before it gets crazy, before it disconnects, that kind of stuff. So that I know what reference to go off of. All right, when I'm checking the voltages and stuff. Also, I could use the app to check the voltages on this too. So maybe I might want to log in with the app and see what's going on with the battery. So okay, so yeah, I'll let you guys know what's going on. I'll be working in the garage, so I'll be watching this. It says, according to this, it says it's almost fully charged. So, cool deal. Alright, here we go. Okay, just in case you're wondering, we got 1.5 kilowatts going in. Alright, it says right here, 1.5. So we're like at the peak of the power production today. So it should charge pretty fast. Alright. Okay, well, it's at 100%. However, it's still charging. All right, so HadesOmega is gonna have to watch this very carefully. When either this thing freaks out, I gotta watch this. So if it freaks out and it just shuts off, that'll be our max. So heavy, all right. Anyway, it's still going. It says it's 27.7 volts, but here on the battery monitor it's 27.4. All right. So this is off. This needs to be calibrated better. So I'll say it's still putting in like, so it says 560 amp hours, right? Yeah. So this is not right. I have to calibrate it right. And then that way it'll be calibrated to whatever the system is, all right? But if you remember correctly, 29 volts is the max that you could charge these guys to. So like, just keep it going. We'll wait till I don't remember what I had it set to on the inverter. All right, I can probably check real quick. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I had it set to 28 and 27. All right, so my float is 27 and the bulk is 28 volts. All right, so when it gets to 28 volts, it should start charging slower, I guess. Well, what were we at? We're at 27.4, all right? But according to this, according to the inverter, it's seeing like 28 volts, all right? But that's like, it's probably going to go over 28 volts a little bit, because I think the reason the voltage is high is because it's charging the battery right now. If it wasn't charging the battery, it would be lower, right? So HadesOmega is going to watch this, all right? I'm going to watch this very carefully. I'll be working in the garage. I also printed out the specifications for the BMS right here, okay? I can probably add some notes to it and stuff. Where's the other one? Oh, I had another one. I have one for the 200 amp BMS and one for the 250 amp BMS. Okay, this is a 200 amp BMS. All right, this is specifications from Amazon, right? So yeah, it can handle 200 amp discharge current. Its over discharge current is 600 amps. That's a lot. Holy moly, that's a lot from like 200 to 600. Maybe that's like a burst current or something. Like it can handle 600 amps momentarily. Okay, and then charge current is 100 amps. Your overcharge current is 400 amps plus minus 20 amps. Okay, so there's no way we're going to be pumping 400 amps with the system that I got in there. We're doing like 50 right now, all right? 50 amps ish. And then so this is the overcharge voltage, all right? So if it sees any of the cells go over 3.75 plus minus 0.5 volts, it will disconnect the BMS, all right? And if any of the cells go below 2.2 volts, it'll go plus minus 0.1 volts. It'll disconnect, okay? And then the charge voltage is 29.2, like I mentioned. So when it gets 29.2 volts, it should stop charging. Okay, so those are the specs for the 200 amp. This one right here, all right? This one is just same thing, but just higher specs, all right, for its performance, how much stuff it can move. But the important stuff is here, the overcharge and the over discharge, right? If it sees any of these go over 3.75, it will get angry at me. So let's check one of them real quick. Let's check number 1 here. Okay, 3.5. It's not a big deal. It's like 3.5, 3.6. It's pretty much nearly charged right now though. So like I had lowered the voltage for the charging because I don't want to fully charge the battery. We want to use that cushion, the cushion in there, right? So the batteries last longer, right? And then yeah, now we have 2 battery packs, so we kind of need that cushion in between both battery packs if they're unbalanced. So let's check the. What I want to do is check the pack voltages quick. Yeah, let's just do B minus and plus. Okay, we got 27.5. Still low. Still keep on going. And we've got 27.6. Okay, that's pretty good. They're pretty close. Pretty close. So that's good. That means they're kind of balancing each other right now. So that's an important thing why we need to charge it up all the way also. So we have to like let them balance each other, because as the charge curve goes up, whichever of these packs has more charge in it, the voltage will increase quicker. All right, so when that voltage increases quicker through the other one, it'll start charging the one with the lower state of charge faster. Okay, so they're like self-balancing. All right, we just hit 28 volts, so soon this should go full green and just stop charging. All right, so anyway, we'll be waiting for it. All right, but everything looks good. It's 27.5, 27.6 volts. That's still far from 29 volts. All right, but I know it moves. Like when it's fully charged, the voltage just shoots up. All right, so all right, keep an eye on it. Let's me out. Okay, guys, we did it. All right, there it is. It stopped at 27.2. All right, it's at 27 volts now. So that tells me that we could push it further. All right, we got quite a bit of voltage that we got like, you know, almost 2 volts that we could charge it up to. But that's okay. We're gonna keep that cushion for safety. All right, I think that's what we want. But let's check the pack voltages again real quick. It literally, I went away for like a few minutes and then it was fully charged. So we got 27 volts here. Perfect. And we've got 26.9. All right, so this was just a little bit short of power. All right, okay, so right now only the solar panels are providing power to stuff. Okay, so I just heard the refrigerator turn on just now. So now what we want to do, that it just hit fully charged, I want to hit this percent button. Okay, and then that means we just reinitialized it. Okay, so that's the new 100%, pretty much. Okay, so now I'm going to start discharging the battery. I'm going to try to discharge the battery as much as I can, and I think I can do it because this gives us about 14 kilowatt hours. My RAV4 Prime has no charge in it, and this has an 18 kilowatt hour battery pack. It should be able to gobble up that 14 kilowatts. Okay, but yeah, we still have solar power too. So let's not waste that solar power. That's what I would say. Right now, we're not getting any power from the solar panels other than like the loads that we've got. Okay, so I'm going to start charging the RAV4, and then one thing I want to do is check the balance real quick, and then we'll start discharging. Okay, I just checked the voltages with this guy, and they're all 3.3 volts except for like this one is 3.4. Okay, that's close enough. All right, let me go check this one. Actually, this one I could use the app. Well, we'll use the app, but I'll use the multimeter also because we want to use the same measuring device. Oh, don't blow that away. Okay, so where's that Dali BMS app? I think it's in the Sauron stuff. There we go. Okay, we go to Smart BMS. We go to the dongle there. It's connected. Oh, it says at 97.6% charge. There we go. So that wasn't working before. So I guess it has to like tune itself. All right. So it's pretty much fully charged. It says 97.6. So I'm gonna say, yeah, like I said, we don't want to charge it all the way up. All right. Right now it says it's got something is drawing 4.4 amps. No, something is adding 5. It's actually charging right now. That's interesting. Really? Yeah, it's charging 11 amps. Okay, so it's still charging. It's float charging. It was what it's doing right now. And here's the balances. So 3.3, 3.3, 3.3, 3.3, 3.3, 3.3, 3.3, and 3.4. All right, so just like the other one, there's one that's 3.4 and there's one that's 3. And so the variance is 0.0068 volts. All right, that's good enough for me. Okay, and then the temp is 26C right now. This is pretty rad. I wish I had gotten this. Oh, it's balancing it right now. I think it's balancing it right now. Yeah. So when it's at a high state of charge, it'll balance it. Oh, it says balance status off, so maybe it's not balancing it right now. It doesn't need to be balanced. It's pretty damn close if you ask me. The important thing is when we discharge it all the way, that's when we want to check the balance out. Okay, so one doesn't over discharge also. All right. So, but anyway, it passed the test. It passed the the overcharge tests. All right, so I didn't get that number 8 fault. All right, bus voltage too high. All right, because that's what it does when it gets fully charged. That's why I lowered it a little bit, but I don't want to charge it all the way anyways, to keep the battery's life longer. Okay, as you can see, it said it was like 97% charged, so it's pretty much all the way up there. Okay, so let me check the voltage. Let me check the voltage with this real quick. If you remember, this is 3.3 with one that's 3.4. Okay, so where this battery is mostly 3.3, this one is all usually 3.4. But the voltage might have changed while I was because it's actually charging it right now. Okay, so anyway, it passed a full test. All right, full charge test. No faults. The BMS didn't shut off or anything, so we're like in a safe value, in a safe zone. All right, so I know like we're not going to mess our batteries up. Plus we have the BMS to thing it. But also we reinitialized this. All right, I think it might do it itself. All right, I'm not sure, but anyway, we're going to start discharging now. I'm going to go plug my RAV4 in. Okay, we're going to go plug the RAV4 in. So just in case you guys know, we're charging at about 1.5 kilowatt right now. So pretty much the discharge of the battery pack will be very low. It's like when the sun goes down, we'll discharge faster. But that I don't want to waste that solar power. So let's get it. All right. Yeah, this thing is dirty. I need to clean it. All right, and then you'll hear this guy spin up. This should start discharging, because I know even when this is fully charging, it's still not enough to fully cover what that thing draws. Okay. Okay, there we go. We're discharging now. We're discharging about 40 amps. So I wonder how much the solar panel is actually doing anything. It's a good question. No, yeah, that's true. So when this thing is fully discharging, all right, just from the battery, it's like 80 amps. All right, that's how much amps come out of there. So that's actually not a lot. So so you can see the solar panel is actually doing something. Okay, and then it's just gonna start discharging, and eventually this full charge light, the solid green, will go blinking. Well, I think it'll go blinking, but it won't be charging, it'll be discharging. Okay, so now what we got to do is we got to fully discharge the battery, and then we reinitialize the bottom end. All right, so when it gets to 0%, or yeah, when this switches to grid power, we will hit the I'll hit the voltage button, and that's a lot easier, because it's a lot easier to discharge than it is to charge. That's what we'll say. All right. Yeah, we'll hold this down for 3 seconds, the V button, and then that will initialize the 0% thing, and then I'll know exactly where it is, you know, until it's gonna be fully charged or fully discharged. All right, and then it'll connect to the grid, or it'll stop charging. But so far, I'm pretty happy. It worked pretty good. Nothing crazy happened like it usually does when it fully charges. Cool deal. All right, see you guys later.